Everyone loves Rahkshi. They are perhaps some of the most iconic character designs from all of Bionicle. So many fan creations have spawned out of these characters, so much community love is given to their lore and their looks. And Vorahk? Well, he's potentially one of the coolest ones. So let's take a closer look at this set. We're going to study why it's wonderful, and we're going to study its wonderful parts selection. Then we'll ask 2 questions. How can you use these pieces to build your own stuff? And what would this set look like if it was revamped and reimagined? Let's find out. I really like the Rahkshi. Their lizard or snake-like appearances are awesome. And one of the strangest, but also most exciting things about them is the fact that their primary color was always slightly pearlescent. Right here, this isn't black. This is actually pearl black. And the others are the same, pearl green or pearl red. And a lot of these colors, for the most part, are exclusive to the Rahkshi. That's it. Yeah, I like it. There's something about it gives it a more reptilian appearance, like scaly armor, you know? I do also like that the pearlescent look isn't that obvious. You can still blend this in with your traditional blacks, blues, greens, reds, etc. It's not like the limited number of pieces in these colors is gonna greatly affect you. That's nice. So like all the Rahkshi, Vorahk comes with a unique staff and a unique spine. I always thought these looked so cool. The spikes, to me, look a little bit like drill heads. The kind of thing you'd see on some sort of freaky mining vehicle. And the staff. It's not immediately obvious what this looks like, but I always saw it as some kind of specialized mining device. Past Bionicle sets have established that black armored characters, they have that kind of mining or earth-based aesthetic to their designs. So that's clearly what they put into these designs, right? Well, no. Because Vorahk is not a Rahkshi of Earth. No, they're actually a Rahkshi of hunger. Although hunger is a bit of a weird way to put it, because Vorahk kind of like saps an enemy's strength and energy, and uses it to make itself stronger. So I guess hunger is maybe an appropriate way to word that, but you often see it referred to as weakness powers, absorption powers, or even just referring to them as a Rahkshi of strength. Look, whatever you want to call it, it's a cool power. But yeah, it doesn't really fit with that Earth aesthetic. So even though we're able to draw those parallels with how these pieces were designed, I guess that's not actually the case. Well look, the pieces look good, who cares? Otherwise, the toy poses well, and I do love that sweet, sweet gear function. It's so much fun to mess around with this. And seeing the gears rotate and move when you get a little closer, delightful. And opening up the back reveals the Krater. It's the weird looking slug that actually powers this mech suit. Such a wonderful and weird concept. Hey, any Rahkshi is a good Rahkshi. And there's something about this pearl black armor that, I don't know, makes this really stand out. It's like an Onyx Midnight Nightmare. It's sick. So it's safe to say that this set is awesome. But what about the pieces? Let's check those out. We'll kick it off with this Rahkshi headpiece. I like the way that Fritz MOCs has used it here, turning it into knee armor. It's quite stylish. We also have these awesome Rahkshi feet. And Lux Constructs shows us just how good they look as thighs on a Bionicle-style horse. But this is a fun MOC, making use of a lot of older, vintage, classic Bionicle parts. How charming. And then we also have the Rahkshi back piece. Alex C. Parson places it on the top of a puffin's head. It's a pretty great way to round things off and create a fairly lifelike design. Nice work. The back piece allows you to attach the silver spine. So yeah, how can you use that? I'm a big fan of how Kevin H. has implemented this piece. It almost looks like frills on a frill neck lizard. And these spikes, well, they pair quite well with the blue Paraka spines that make up the legs and the feet. That's awesome. We also have this Staff of Power. We've got a MOC here by Timmy Bionicle MOC, and it kind of reimagines this piece as a wrench. Well, it kind of looks like a wrench. I don't know if that's the intention, but It looks good. Now for the krater. Of course, these pieces appear in multiple variants, different styles, and different colors. So if you manage to get a few of them together that share a similar aesthetic, why not do what Will Hafner has done and turn them into flowers? I mean, these look wonderfully vibrant, it's a clever design, what more could you ask for? The final piece I want to touch on is this chest section element. A builder called PB Makes Stuff has placed 2 of them onto each leg of this MOC. They've really taken advantage of the natural bend that this piece has. The little gap that forms here, the way these look like 2 sturdy support beams. I don't know, it's so robotic, it just looks cool. A very unique leg design, all thanks to this piece. I really like the pieces in this set. Now, let's see how you could revamp Vorahk. Old mate Mitch Builds has posed the question, what would a Rahkshi look like if you combined it with the Xenomorph from Alien? Well, turns out, it's a match made in heaven. Or, I guess, hell, because this is perfectly terrifying. That organic, veiny aesthetic, and that texture, it's very much a staple of Giga artwork and a staple of the Xenomorph. And it also fits in well with a Rahkshi. I mean, heck, we can see 2 of Vorak's spine pieces making up this head. And when we look at the source material, it's pretty spot on. Even just the silhouette of the Xenomorph with its spiked tail and hunched back, it's so reminiscent of the logo design that we saw on a lot of the Rahkshi advertising material. Look at that, man. See, that's the creative genius of Mitch Builds. He spots the similarities, and he takes them and he runs with them, using it as creative fuel to build something really good. Big fan of that purple tongue. I like to think that that's the krater poking out of the face. And it's just nice to see a brighter color. Because, you know, for accuracy's sake, this MOC kinda has to be like 90% black. So any little injection of color like this is very welcome. By the way, these purple snakes appear in Ninjago sets. They come in this set. You can see them right here. It's also just lovely to see all those repeated animal tails, claws, barbs, and spikes. The texture that this forms. Oh, it's so cool. A nice idea to create a Rahkshi staff out of these Thornax launcher pieces. I like how it looks. And you know, every Rahkshi has their own personalized staff. So I'm glad Mitch did something that makes this feel a little more personalized to this MOC. What an awesome concept. Perfectly executed. And that's Vorahk. If you liked some of the creations that I showed you today, take a look at the links below. There you'll find the social media of every builder that I mentioned. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy building, and bye for now. What was the pitch meeting like for Rahkshi? Bro, what if slugs controlled mechs? We're gonna make millions.